What is up, guys? Keep Movements, and we're gonna do the clan analysis on
Royal Paladins along with the top 5 boss units.
Yep, it's pretty much one of the most. This is the oldest clan, one of the most oldest clans.
Well, it was one of the original clans that started out in set 1, so it's pretty much literally been out since the very beginning.
And it's still one of the most fan favorite clans, and it's still a main character clan. It's like it's everything.
Well, it went from being the main character clan to a secondary character clan, even though it's still gonna get a fuck ton of support because why not? So we're gonna go ahead and start with number 5.
Yep. We're gonna start off with Alfred and his Legion mate.
Light Source Seeker Alfred Exils. And of course his mate Blaster Blade.
Seeker,
Ooh,
different.
Whoopie fucking dude.
What makes this unit really different is that he has technically 2 mates. It's him and OG Blaster Blade.
He is the only current Legion that can actually has 2 different mates.
Yes.
Which is kind of movie specific. For those that haven't seen the movie, I won't give spoilers on it.
Look at that. Doesn't match.
Of course not. None of the damn revivals match. But his skill, when he's in Legion, he gains 1K for every Seeker rear guard you have. And if you have 5 rear guards, he
gains a crit. So, and not only that, his other skill is Cannon Blast 2. You gotta go 2 Seekers. Superior Call any Seeker from your deck. It's not Legion. You can do it whenever.
Yes.
So that kind of helps.
But the whole part about him is he's one of those Royal Paladin cards that just goes, I constantly have a crit as long as you're playing Royals, as long as you're in Legion.
He rewards you for just playing how Royal Paladins always play. You just have a whole field and he gets big in a crit.
Plus he's also great mid-game prep. Mid-game or even late game, just going
even early game he's annoying. Like, it's so sad that like the first time I talked with Seekers, I didn't even win with Sting Saber, and I only played one of this dude's back, and I kept drawing him. He won me all those games.
See, but he still swings with a crit just from playing Royals in general. And our number 4, we gotta give it to
Altmile.
Blue Sky Knight Altmile. Generation Break 2 skill, everything in the front row gains 5K.
Including himself, even if he doesn't have his booster anymore, he's still 16.
And then his own stride skill, when your G unit stride is open, Counter Blast 1, call up to 2 units.
You can call 0. You can call 0.
Call up 2 units from your hand to the field, and choose 2 units, and they'll get 5K.
It's so good. He helps so much with her. He makes those numbers.
He basically just says your field's gonna have numbers from why the fuck not.
Yes. He can just like, honestly, he's like he helped the deck a lot.
He is what made G Unit Stride for Royal Paladins just a lot easier to transition to, mainly because it just go numbers.
Yep.
And if you have a specialty unit such as
Puma Cat
basically becomes a 21K column just from 2 counter blasts.
And the card that came out the same trial deck with him.
Knight of Twin Swords.
And not a fragment.
This basically right here is a scary field for Royals, because this is a column, and then I'm pretty sure you already had a booster beforehand anyway.
Swing with him. Swing with him. Call another one of him and do it again.
Exactly.
It's just, and okay, 21. Swing. If you're in stride, hit. Call. Swing. 21 or plus more with triggers. Call another Puma Cat. Puma Cat skill count plus 1. So good.
Yes. Like, it's so good to get some swingers for numbers and playing. You're basically playing Royals, but you're bigger than just playing Royals. You're swinging for ridiculous numbers really fucking fast. You
can get 5 to 6 attacks on the stride turn. It's really annoying.
And that's the first stride. That's the first stride turn, by the way. You won't even go into it when you're using Saint Blow job.
This is why we hate the Puma Cat.
Dragon. We love the Puma Cat.
Everybody else other than Royals hate the Puma Cat.
Number 3, we give it to
Ashley Reverse. Ashley Reverse is actually one of the best units. I mean, a lot of people have just recently discovered how good she is.
Yeah, I know her.
Her with the Puma Cats, like these cats were so much better in this deck.
Particularly because it calls Puma Cat calls out any grade 1, meaning you call it delimited with her. Her skill, when she's limit break, counter blast 1. Lock a rear guard, retire one of your opponent's user the front row, then call a Jewel Knight. Or if you're playing Puma Cat, you call it Delimiter. Then lock the same Delimiter even when you're at 2 or 1 damage, just to get you more units in the field.
At the cost of Counter Blast 2, lock 1, you retire the card, and you get a full field. That's pretty good. And she can be cross-ranked with the Break Ride. The Break Ride's whatever, but honestly, her skill is what's the more. It's what, and a lot of people are just realizing. I'm like, why are you realizing that? Just because we got 2 new cards. This card was always scary.
But that in particular, you can still play the break ride with either of these two, mainly because you have an enabler through Sword Me letting you call out the delimiter just ahead of time.
Yep.
And let's see. Our number 2 goes to the infamous bad boy himself. Thing
Saver Dragon.
Save all the things up your opponent's
Unless
hand.
in Japan, he sings songs.
He sings songs, he sings things over here. But his skill, when he's in Legion, Counter Blast 2, Soul Blast 3, drop 2 cards.
And Superior Ride, another one from your deck.
And then you choose a Battlefield Seeker from your soul, perform a Soul Legion.
Yep. You can also combo it really well with the starter. Because you can go Rear Guard, swing with this boosted, use its skill. Oh, I Legion. Put me into the soul. Call Blaster Blade. You can get 4 attacks off.
Not only that, if you're playing him in the Alt Mod deck in particular, you have Alt Mod for your mid to early game, and then I use my perfect on Saint Blood. What am I gonna do? Oh, I'm just gonna write things, Saber. Put back triggers since my deck basically triggers anyway. I'm playing Royal Paladins.
Yep, and then you can just if you draw these like early. Start pitching them with starting and leading them back.
Not only that, one of his best friends comes in a card known as Knight of Fragment.
Yep.
Counter G-Break 1 when it hits. Well, for one thing, when you G-Break 1, it gains 2k power and gains the skill. Yep. When the attack hits the Vanguard, you soul charge 1 and a flip of damage.
That's his best friend. He loves soul. He needs soul.
And that card builds soul for free.
Yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is a Legion rare.
Good.
And our number 1 Royal Paladin of all time, you gotta give it to MLB himself.
Why
is the Lord Blaster?
Why?
And you're thinking, why is he overthink? Why is him of all cards overthink Saber? It's simple. He's consistent. He consistently goes, I have a crit and I have a body that's bigger than 11k.
Yes, he's a pseudo cross-ride. Not only that,
he's technically one of the original cross-rides alongside PBD and the Chronicle Overlord.
Not only that, he was so good that the same thing when I was talking about the end. We got him 3 sets late because this unit said, I'm still viable in set 6. Oh, I'm still viable in set 7. Oh, set 8 finally came out? Okay, there's something that can fight me, but I'm still viable.
It's not even that, because in Japan, because of when they originally got him, there was no meta shift.
There wasn't.
There wasn't a meta shift until they came out with set 8. So they decided for us, if they're gonna push it over here, they gotta put out the other sets. Otherwise, no one
was gonna buy set 6 or 7.
Because there's no reason to behind him in the end. But MOB basically says,
MOB can keep you at 3 damage, and it's frightening. It was still viable in Limit Break just because it kept the crit. Not only that, a lot of people were playing MLB with Thing Saver. MLB early game, build the soul, waste your opponent's resources. Finally, ride the Thing Saver, Soul Blast, and you have the soul.
And one may think he's only going to get worse over time.
The new strike.
Fighters Collection says otherwise.
Because I was thinking it was going to be a dual knight strike, but then I'm like, wait, MLB hasn't received support, and it only makes sense.
It only makes sense, and it only makes him that much better.
But
He basically just goes, I'm here to stay. You can't get rid of me, fuckers.
But wait, what about the people, the ruling about no cross-claning? Does that still?
Royal Paladins have one little small clause, like Link Joker. Royal Paladins are allowed to play up to 4 Blaster Dart. Remember, guys, only Blaster Dart. No Blaster Dart Revenger, no Blaster Dart Diablo, no Blaster Dart Revenger, none of that crap. Just OG Blaster Dart from set 4. Either the promo one from the manga, the rare from set 4, or the SP from set 4. Those are the only Blaster Darts you are allowed to run in any Royal Paladin deck.
They basically allow you to give the exception because knowing that Blaster Dart MLB requires you to have a unit that's not a Royal Paladin in your deck.
And not only that, it's not that hard in this deck. Now that you have cards such as Knight of Twin Swords, that when he's boosted, Counterblast 1, Superior Call, a grade 2. Doesn't matter which one. Oh no.
Fact of the matter is, you're able to get to the non-Royal Paladins, namely Blaster Dart, quicker. That way when you swing, MLB goes off, put him into the soul, since you have both of them to the soul now, he's now 12k in the crit for the man of the game. Long term soul.
And if your opponent swings for 16, 5k shield, 5k shield, like, it's just amazing. Starters, honestly, a lot of people complain that role players don't have any good starters. Actually, we do. We have a starter for each of our specific boss monster. We have Wingo that supports MOB when this unit boosts a blaster and it hits, put this in the soul, add a blaster. So you can be Greatlock and add the MOB when you swing with a blaster blade.
And then you can add any of these ass. You can add any of those assholes because why?
You got File that works great with Thing Saver.
Put him into the soul early, call another blaster blade.
You have the Jewel Knight one. These work really well with Acid Reverse.
Especially because of 8k
and
booster.
Yes, 8k booster, and if you play the 12k attackers, you can make them 21. And then if you're like, well, they're all boss monster specific. Well, we got one in the trial deck, even though we haven't gotten our promo grade 3 searcher, but this guy's actually not bad. He's Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1, put him in the soul, Superior Guard grade 2. I wonder which grade 2 you're gonna call. Cough, cough, Puma Cat.
Cough, cough, twin sword, cough, cough, fragment. Doesn't really matter. You can pretty much get to your grade 2 lineup far faster.
In case you're one of those guys that just draws into a lot of triggers, this starter actually really does help in those matchups.
Yes, he does.
Because you can actually put him with MLB if you're like, well, I always draw my MLBs. I just don't draw my grade 2s. Well, this kind of helps.
Keep in mind, folks, this list is designed with units that are consistent, have been constant forces in the meta, and will basically be consistent for the time being throughout the remainder of the game.
MLB will always be a threat. Like, it's not, and the fact that the new Holy Sign Dragon,
Religious Soul Holy Saber Dragon.
Holy Saber, I like to call her Big Ruby Dragon Lady.
What? Whatever. Anyways, folks, that's basically our top 5 list for Royals. That's Team Uber Mitch, and we're signing out.